for servants and handmaids, slaves, so you understand. All right, those are nice words for just saying slaves. A servant is a man's slave, a handmaid is a female slave, all right, or a woman's slave. All right, it says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and we've been captives of all you heathen nations. All right, so you're all going to be our captives, okay? So you understand. All right, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Right, so we're going to rule over our oppressors. All right, we're going to rule over our oppressors. All right, as they are going to be our captives when we rule over them. All right, and you're not going to have it easy. You're not going to have it easy. You know, we didn't have it easy. Still don't got it easy. Okay, until this very day. Just because we're able to punch into a job and punch out doesn't mean we have it easy. They're gonna have the high cost of things. All right, if you're an Israelite, you gotta. If you're Israelite that's now in that level of entertainment, of entertaining Esau, because you've done some wicked thing to get that rich bag of riches, all right, or to get them riches, all right. You know, you're living like the rest of us. You know, you're living paycheck to paycheck. All right, you're living paycheck to paycheck. All right. You don't know some weeks of how you're gonna be able to make it to the next week, even if you get paid every week. And that's sad, man. That you don't understand that you're being oppressed. I mean, it's grieving to us to watch because we know you're being oppressed, but you're so damn wicked, man. All right. You're so damn wicked, you don't even realize that you've been oppressed by these devils, man. All right. Being oppressed you're being so sorely oppressed, man. You just totally going, man. You just totally going, man. Now, you don't believe Esau is your enemy. All right? The Most High going to show you, man. The book of Haggai, chapter 1. Let me see. I'm starting verse 5. Haggai, chapter 1, verse 5, it says, now therefore, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Yeah, man. Look at all the all the hard work you do, man. Hey, you got some Israelites that work 2 and 3 jobs, man. God damn, man, I gotta work 2 or 3 jobs. That's a lot of shit, man. That's a lot of time. No, you ain't got no time for your family. You working 2 or 3 jobs. You got kids, man. Shit, you better can see your kids. You working 2 or 3 jobs. All right. It says, you have so much and bring in little, then you don't bring in hardly anything home, man. Even if you work 6 days a week, 7 days a week, what you bring in home, you know, you playing catch up still. That's how Jake life is on the side, man. Jake always playing catch up. You come in this world in debt, you leave out in debt. All right, that's one of the curses. Curse shall thou be when thou comest in. Curse shall thou be when thou goest out. All right, one of the curses, man. All right, in the book of Deuteronomy 28th chapter. So, come this world in debt, you leave in debt. So while you living on this earth, you get of age to work and shit. Even as a young child, a lot of times Jakes have to work as young children, and they was having to pay off their parents' debt. All right, then when they passed on, they had to pay off the debt that their parents left, even the debt they left in their name when they were small children. So it's a constant flow of debt that you're trying to pay off if you're Israelite. So the money you make, it ain't worth shit, you know what I mean? I'm talking about it ain't worth nothing because you still gotta pay that previous debt. You try to catch up try to get some things you need now. On top of that, you know, if you got a decent job where you're able to get you a car, all right, and have a decent apartment, whatever, even if you mortgage the home, whatever, what have you, so-called own your home. Sometimes it's still hard to, even when you first get in a home or trying to so-called buy a home, all right, you gotta pay your mortgage, you gotta pay your car note. Shit, that alone right there is around roughly fucking over $1,000, easily over $1,000. Especially when you factor in the car insurance, you gotta get home insurance. In case something happens to your home, you'll be insured, meaning they'll give you money for what it's worth so you can buy another home. Which a lot of jakes won't even get. A lot of jakes won't even get home insurance, and if they get home insurance, it collapses because they can't really afford it. So like I said, man, on top of you gotta buy groceries, buy things you need, hygiene, clothes, shoes, what have you. You got children, you gotta buy them clothes and shoes, gotta buy food for them. All right? You gotta gas your car. A lot of Jake go each week. Shit, barely making them back and forth to work. You know? And that's the raw truth, man. All the hours you put in, all the hours of labor you put in on your job. To what? To have pretty much nothing. Go home and sit back and lay up like, man, I ain't got shit, but man, at least my rent paid. I got a little food in the fridge. You know? So it's a constant thing of, oppression, man. All right? This is continue on. It says, you have so much and bring in little, you eat, but you have not enough. You know, a lot of jakes, you don't have enough to feed your families. And then you Israelite women, you do stupid stuff with the ones of you that collect food stamps. These women now, they'll sell their food stamps, man. I know some women that get $600-700 of food stamps. They got 2 or 3 kids. Now, that's a lot of food right there. All right? When you get I know some Israelite women that get roughly $1,000 of stamps for 4 children, man. All right? 4 or 5 children get you around $1,000 for food stamps. But even they take them food stamps and sell them. And then they be scrambling around trying to find some to eat towards the end of the month, middle end of the month.
Hey, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, ma'am.
Did you push me across the streets?
No, ma'am. I'm busy right now teaching. I'm doing something very important. All right. If I wasn't teaching, I would help you, but I'm doing something very important. All right. Man. Can't be the first time you see him teaching. Can't be the first time you see him teaching, man. Jake, man. Anyways, though, pretty much, a lot of times, you see Jake where they can barely feed their children. If the ones that don't get food stamps, the ones you got to work or you just working, Esau won't give you hardly shit at all once you're working. Though it ain't enough, he know it ain't enough. Like if you making say you making I think it's $1,200 a month, man, you get shit probably $20 of stamps. Especially if you're Israelite men. Now if you're Israelite women, they'll cut you down. You get a couple hundred, almost a few, depending on how many kids you have. Still ain't enough though, to feed you for the whole month. Jake eating GMO food. So, you're really never full, man. Your body's never receiving this proper nutrition, so your body constantly want to feed. I go through that sometimes where, even I'll eat the food, but they don't have the right, this food don't have, the right nutrients and minerals in it and shit. So sometimes I have to eat extra. And I'm not a person that like to eat a lot, you know what I'm saying? I like to eat one big meal a day, you know? Or it ain't got necessarily be a big meal. I like to eat one meal a day. But shit, I have to sometimes eat 2 meals. I'm not even a big guy. But sometimes I have to eat 2 meals because of the fucking food we have to eat is so polluted and don't have any nutritional benefit within it, you know? And that right there just shows you that Jake is a beggar, man. You know? We don't have no life, man. The scriptures tell you that the life of a beggar is no life at all. Right? In the nation of Israel, we are beggars right now. We're not living right now. Those of us that have the knowledge, we're spiritual living, but that's it. As far as it goes, which is important, most important, you know? But we're not living. Look at this shit, man. Right? It says, ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Right. You gotta buy water. If you're Israelite that love to drink clean water, it's gonna cost you. So can you afford it? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. You can hardly afford even to buy water. All right. That's sad, man. That's sad, man. It says, ye clothe you, but there is none worn. You know, the clothes we wearing really, you know. Hey, I'm telling you, man. You gotta bundle up, man. You gotta put on so many clothes to be warm in the winter time come around. All right. It says, and he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Like I was saying earlier. By the time your check come, shit, you got so much stuff you gotta pay on. You got so much stuff you gotta pay on when your check come, it ain't even funny. All right? You may have borrowed money. You know, a lot of Jake borrowed money. All right? Then what? You gotta pay that money back from your fellow Israelites you borrowed it from. And if it's from Esau, well, you gotta pay that tax and interest on, you know, going to a cash checking place. So say like I had to do that years ago. I had to do that. Where I would work, man. Shit, I used to work 7 days, man. Bring home $400, man. When my son came in this world, I was working 7 days to bring home $400. All right. So I had to try to live up that shit. You know, me, him, and his mom, and then I have my other kids. The other 2, you know, I had to do for them as well. I ain't have shit, man. The wages I brought home was like I ain't have wages at all. I had to pay the check advance place back and shit like that. I had to sacrifice this to have this, sacrifice this to have that. Hope that somebody had extra stamps they could give me, that I could buy from them, you know, whatever, what have you. You know? That's how life is, man. For most of us, man. You know? So the more mouths you have to feed, the more burdensome it is to an Israelite, man. Alright? So why the hell would you have any respect to these Edomites knowing that they the ones that's doing this to you? They're the ones that create this daily life of oppression for you tribes, man. All right. Look how hard you Israelites work, which are the so-called Mexicans. Look how hard you work. Is all the work you put in really worth the monies or the wages you earn? The answer is absolutely not. You know, I was just working. You know, this job I was just previously at. I was, the other week, before my departure, was a job where I worked with a Iskarite, and other Jakes, And they was complaining about the Israelite not wanting to work because he knew that shit, the things he was doing, all right, for the Edomite boss, all right, wasn't fair. So he didn't want to fucking, he didn't want to fucking work, man. And they, other jakes would, would try to get on him about that. And I would have, the Israelite back. Like, man, fuck that. If he don't want to work, it's a good damn reason he don't want to work. Because Issachar usually just work, man. But if he don't want to work, it's a good damn reason, man. All right, it's a good reason he don't want to work, man. And they, other jakes, they get mad because he don't want to do this, do that. And I'm like, man, I don't say nothing to him. I don't give a damn what he do, man. All right, I know what he's going through. He don't want on the job I can talk to and have a good conversation with, and they ain't got nothing to do with no nigga shit. It's just having a nice, pleasant conversation, kind of hint here and there, because he believed in the Most High, even though it's not according to knowledge. But just that alone, just that conversation alone I would have with him, this conversation I would have alone with him, can help me get through my day, because I'm at least talking to somebody that ain't talking about no wicked ass shit, that he want to do to another man's woman or what have you, But the point is, what I'm saying, that Jake, man, he realized that, man, shit, I'm working hard for no reason, man. He said, I want to work for myself. All right? And there wasn't nothing wrong with that. All right? The problem was wrong with you, Jake, is you want to work for Esau. And right now you have no choice. Even if you own your own business, so-called, right, you still have to pay tribute to Esau. There's never telling how much Esau is going to increase, or when he's going to increase that tribute, meaning taxes. All right? So we don't really have a life in America. All right? By design. Right? By design. All right, so here we go, picking up harder again, But like I was saying, so I mean, why you want to stay here in America? All right. Why you want to stay in America? Why you want to trust in this oppression, like the scriptures say? Why you want to stay right here in America for? All right. That's crazy to want to be right here in this place, knowing that we're gonna get our ass kicked day in, day out. All right, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2. Jeremiah chapter 2, I'm going to start at the top. Moreover, the word of the Lord, moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem. That's you tribes, you so-called nigga Latinos in America, man. You're Jerusalem, okay? We're Jerusalem, not no land. Jerusalem is the people before it's a place. That's why scriptures say, Paul said, I seen Jerusalem ascending out of heaven. All right, descending out of heaven, New Jerusalem, he said. Meaning what? Israelites coming down off the chariots. That's us. Lord willing, we endure to the end, Coming down off the chariots, you know what I mean? It says, go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, thus said Yahweh, I remember thee, the kindness of thy youth, the love of thine espousals, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness, in a land that was not sown. Israel was holiness unto Yahweh, and the first fruits of his increase. All that devour him shall offend, evil shall come upon them, saith Yahweh. And that's what I was speaking about earlier, Evil going to come upon you, Edomites, doing what you did to him, okay? And the rest of you heathens as well. But continuing on, right? It says, verse 4, hear ye the word of Yahweh, O house of Jacob, and all the families of the house of Israel. Thus said Yahweh, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are going far from me, and have walked after vanity, and are become vain? You know? What iniquity have you found in the Most High? That our people have turned their back on them. All right, walked after other gods and what have you, man. Totally just abhorred the fact that the Most High reached out to our people, man. What the Most High done to make you wicked Israelites do what you're doing, man? In other words, man. The answer is nothing. The Most High have always been faithful to us. He always have done us good when we deserved it. When we done righteously before His eyes, He rewarded us with good things, man. But when we done bad things, He rewarded us with evil. It's like Job said to his wife, "Should not we receive even from the Most High? Shall we receive good from the Most High and not evil?" Basically saying that no, the Most High going to reward good and evil to you according to your ways. And the problem is, Jacob like to be punished for their wickedness, for doing wrong. And that's the problem. That's where the problem starts at, right there. Oh, you mad because the Most High kicked your ass, all right, whooped your ass for you being disobedient children. Hey, what sense does that make, man? Okay? You're disobedient, not the Most High. The Most High is our Father. Our Heavenly Father, you know? So how was He wrong? No, we was wrong as a nation. As a nation, we wasn't a faithful wife unto Him, if you will. Okay? Wait. You know? The Most High didn't turn His back on us forever. Yeah, for a little while He did, because why? We went wickedly before His eyes as a nation, man. And right now, to this very day, you got 2/3 of our people going to continue to do wickedness until He judge them harshly by having them taste the second death, man. So those thermonuclear missiles, man. That's that fire and brimstone a lot of people want to taste, man. If they make it past the plagues, that's before the missiles going to for sure get you. If you're being wicked, don't want to come back to the Heavenly Father. All right. The scriptures tell you that all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. The Most High ain't kidding. All right. So it behooves you, all right, to get yourself together, man. All right. Watch. You know what the Most High tell the prophet Isaiah? Why should you be stricken anymore? Jake loves to be stricken, man. All right, we have the necessary tools and everything we need to get ourselves, together. All right. So why won't you get yourself together, man? All right. So when judgment comes for you, you're going to know exactly why you've been judged, man. You've been so wicked, man. All right? Anyways, with that, my hair's all wet and cold. I'm going to get ready to close. I guess I got to invest in me an umbrella. It's been raining quite a bit lately, too. But I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Baal Shem, Yahweh Shah, Baal Shem, Ruach Kodash. All right, double honors to the elder apostles again. Honors and salutations to you, Akim again. That's laboring. All right, slacking for the day. I didn't know it was going to rain. I don't really pay the forecast no attention, really, hardly ever. But I just don't. Whatever the weather is, I know when I get outside usually. I didn't know it was going to rain. I can deal with the cold. I have a little coat, but I ain't got no umbrella deal with the rain. My hair already wet and cold, so slacking. The Lord willing, you was edified in the spirit, though. That's the most important part. All right, shalom to you, Akim. I'll see you next week, Lord willing. Camera's so wet. My camera won't even go off, it's so wet.